Water.
Earth.
Fire.
Air.
The false Avatar Yun and his destructive campaign of revenge is at an end, brought down by the true Avatar Kyoshi. But the delay in locating and training her, as well as the disastrous actions of Earth Sage Jianzhu, have left the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable. Bandit groups known as Dao Fei vie for power and territory, and even the citizens behind the walls of Ba Sing Se are not safe. Remnants of the Fifth Nation, a southern water tribe pirate group, and the Yellownecks, a particularly brutal outlaw organisation, still linger in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to strike. With the Earth Kingdom in disarray and Kyoshi needing competent allies to help restore balance, who will answer the call?
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Keeko Moo, Waterbender from the Southern Water Tribe, and I'm just looking for a good time.
Hello, my name's Andrew. I'm playing Jedd, the disgraced Airbender.
Hello, my name is Archie. I play Ted, the Airbender. I'm traveling with my brother Jedd to assist Kyoshi in her fight.
Hi, I'm Bree, and I'm playing Lilly Hannah from the Earth Kingdom, and she is a small child who gets in trouble.
Hi, I'm Dragon. I'm playing the character Tilla, who is a Sandbender from the Earth Nation.
And I'm Owen, the Dungeon Master of our Avatar Legends campaign, The Legacy of Kyoshi, which starts right now. Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of The Legacy of Kyoshi may contain adult language or adult themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello! Hello. Welcome back, everybody, to the Lost Archives. We are here. We are playing Avatar Legends. It is exciting to be here playing our favorite TTRPG once again. Thank you, Archie. We are here. We are raring and ready to go. We do have Archie audio only. Archie, why do we have you audio only, my friend?
So it's been a long journey with my camera. A good 4 years.
Sorry, is this the camera we've been telling you to replace almost every single session for almost...
No, that's the conversation you have with Brandon every day. Battery.
No, mine works just for an hour and a half at a time.
So what happened to your camera? It's dead now, right? Like this is finally... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's finally happened.
So we'll have the memorial on Sunday for those of you who are able to make it.
In Brisbane.
We'll be punting it into the Brisbane River. I guess that's how it always wanted to go.
I think it started up in Brisbane, to be honest.
Did it?
It's been with me in Brisbane at some point, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay, fair enough. So we do now have to bid farewell to Archie's camera. He will have a new one for next week, won't you, Archie?
Yes, Daddy.
Excellent.
You say yes to that one.
Yeah. Excellent. Which does mean that for those of you who are listening to the podcast, no difference. It's all going to be the same as normal. For those watching us on Twitch and those listening and watching on YouTube, you will be greeted to there are so many adjectives I can think of when I look
Amazing,
at the picture.
Talented, brilliant. So many.
Don't make the list.
Entertaining.
Yeah, it's an incredible background picture. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Tight is the word I think of when I
you look at that and you see tight. You know what?
Tight.
That's all I need.
Yeah, I think too tight.
That morph suit was green, wasn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Remember, it was for my cake.
That's when you did the green screen.
For my cake
one.
thing. Yeah.
So if for those who haven't seen his background picture when his camera's not on, this is a great excuse to jump over to YouTube and quickly check it out. And while you're there, if you haven't hit subscribe, perfect time to do so. Now, in terms of a recap, I've got a pretty thorough recap. It has been a couple of weeks since we played, so I know everyone's kind of a little bit out of it, especially for Archie, who hasn't been here for like 5 weeks, mate. So
it's been like 3 sessions.
Yeah.
You called out a couple. That's not on me.
It's my fault. No. Two of them are my fault. Or more specifically, my work's fault. The good news is that is it for conferences that impact this stream. There are more coming, but they don't impact Thursday night. So we're no more Thursday night cancellations due to my work, which is very, very good news. Hell yeah. Other news, not much else to share behind the scenes, actually. Just a massive thank you to everyone who's been catching us on the Curse of Strahd and for the Return of the Giants D&D campaigns. I guess the other news I do have to share that I haven't shared as part of Avatar yet is for those of you who are fans of Brandon Sanderson's work, the Mistborn series, the Stormlight Archive series, we are getting a Cosmere TTRPG, a full RPG system for Mistborn, for Elantris, for the Stormlight Archive, for everything. His entire Cosmere works. As he is my favorite author, and the Way of Kings series, the Stormlight Archive series, probably is one of my favorite book series of all times, and definitely had no impact or influence on what I called this channel. We will definitely be playing through that, doing a playthrough of the Cosmere TTRPG. At the moment, the Quick Start Guide is out, but I am going to wait for the full version, just because everything I'm seeing coming out with all of the Kickstarter updates, it just looks so good, and I think it is worth waiting for this one. So we're not going to rush ahead and do the Quick Start Guide right now. I'm actually going to wait. I'm going to do a full campaign. At the moment, I'm thinking of setting it after Oathbringer, which is a really, really good spot to drop it in between two of the books. That's the third book, and then the fourth book, I think, is Words of Radiance, so in between those two books. And I've been working on some of the artwork behind the scenes. I will be very excited to share that soon. I've done some interpretations of Shard Plate and the Shard Blades, which I think are really cool. So that'll be coming out shortly, and I'll be announcing the people who'll be joining me for that as soon as they know who they are, because at the moment, no one knows who's joining me for that one yet. I've been sort of going through, reaching out to a few people. I've got a couple of people I've reached out to, but I'll be reaching out to people as time goes on and getting together a cast for that. So announcements coming in that space very, very shortly. I think that's you. Thank you, Archie. He's bringing the energy to make up for the absence. Yeah, look, we're not going to be doing 4 sessions. We're not doing 4.
Okay,
no, it will be replacing.
Who's getting cold? Us?
Yeah, who's getting cold?
Is it guys?
Is it us?
Who's your least
I thought we were your
favorite?
favourite.
You do have a meeting with HR coming up, but I don't want you to think anything of that. I don't want you to get concerned. No, it's going to be fitting in around things. We'll have stuff. So there'll be news coming about that. But we won't. It's not you guys.
Totally us.
It's not you guys.
Cat, we need to unionize right now.
There is no way. There is no way I will ever be allowed to not continue Avatar Legends as a series. I think we've all established that it's now, I think, a contractual.
Yeah, I feel like everyone
That's
was
60
looking
in the movie.
revolt.
Yeah.
If you did that.
Yeah. It's okay. I have now accepted and drunk the Kool-Aid. I'm going to be running Avatar Legends sessions and campaigns until I am physically unable to do so. I think is the message that has been sent loud and clear, has been received. It also helps that I really enjoy Avatar Legends as a series and as a system to run. So I should say, I'm kind of pitching this as if I've been forced to. No, I actually really like running Avatar Legends. It's also because I want to.
We are also forcing him, but that's not the point.
Yeah, I mean, there is literally
There's a gun off screen.
Boris
You
is just
can't see
there.
it.
Boris, it's good to see you, mate. You don't need to keep the gun aimed at my head the whole time. It's okay, mate. Yeah, you can lower it. He's put the safety on. Wow, thanks, guys. That's a nice concession for me tonight. So that's the only news I have to share. Any other fun news to share from anyone else before we do our recap and jump in? No.
I got a full-time job.
Absolutely massive congratulations. Well done. It's not necessarily super easy right now in Australia, and the fact that you actually got a job related to your uni degree as well is another massive win. So massive congrats, Dragon.
After
Well done.
just finishing that uni degree.
Yeah, man.
Like we all celebrated that 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, last session. So massive congrats. That's a tight turnaround. Almost as tight as Archie's morph suit. Alrighty, so let's do our recap. And
It was matched.
Are you okay?
me,
Do you need a minute with this picture?
I've had many hours. All right, let's do our recap and jump into the session. So, it has been 3 years since the false Avatar Yun has been struck down, and the world now knows the name of the true Avatar, Kyoshi. With the Earth Kingdom weak and vulnerable, Kyoshi and her partner Rangi have moved out to the Akoya Peninsula, sending out a message to each of the 4 nations. Come and help the Avatar build a better future. Answering the call are brothers Ted and Jedd of the Air Nation, Keeko of the Southern Water Tribe, Lilly from Ba Sing Se, and Tilla from the Sea Wong Oasis. After capturing some bandits plaguing the nearby settlement of Koru, the team are now tracking missing cargo and suspected pirates in the Southern Water Tribe. Joining 3 pirate hunters, Kiyu, Yara, and Ko, the team have been preparing for their unsanctioned journey out of Wolf Cove. While Lilly was inventing the first portable washing machine, Keeko spent some quality time with Ko, and the brothers Dim investigated the strange scroll they had discovered with the frozen monk out on the ice. With preparations to depart now complete, the team reunited at the Eastern Gate and loaded up their supplies on a large polar bear dog sled, all linked up and ready to go. The rather shady man providing them with said sled immediately slunk off, clearly off to rat them out to the chieftain. With time now of the essence, the group set off immediately. However, the slight delay in getting everything ready meant they soon found Water Tribe warriors in hot pursuit. Luckily, Lilly came prepared, throwing contact bombs behind, which combined with Jedd's airbending to create an enormous snow screen allowed them to escape.
That's the third brother.
Yeah, Jeff's the final boss. Hidden beneath the snow was an enormous wooden temple, seemingly of ancient air nomad make. While the team explored the structure, splitting up to approach from the surface and sneaking down the outside through an ice tunnel, they found themselves reunited on the bottom floor. A large ornate wooden seal dominated the ground, partially damaged and broken along its outer edge, the air warmer the closer they got to the crack. Littering the floor on this level as well were desiccated bones of monks dressed in darker orange robes. Keeko spotted a hidden trapdoor and made his way below the seal, encountering a large glass cylinder housing a glowing red spirit. Revealing itself as the Sunset Spirit, the entity requested its freedom in exchange for the party gaining its favor. We left off last session as the group debated how to proceed, some wishing to free the spirit while others feared for the consequences. Now, for Ted's benefit, you are currently up on the surface. This on your way to the edge of the sea ice, having traveled by sled, you followed the directions that you'd found on the back of this scroll that led you to this half-buried temple in the snow. Jedd and Ted together used your airbending to basically blow away the top level of snow to reveal the upper portion of the structure. It looked like it was sunk many, many meters below the ice. And while the rest of the team headed down below, Ted, you stayed up with Ko and Yara, making sure that the sled dogs were okay, making sure that the surface was being looked after. But it's now been some time since the others went below. The opening to the temple, there's currently a rope attached to a bear trap. Lilly tied a rope around her bear trap and then activated the bear trap on the windowsill, allowing for like a little rappel down into the inside of the temple. There's also an ice tunnel, a spiraling ice tunnel that Tilla traveled down with Keeko. So there were two groups that kind of took two different approaches how to get down to the lower floor of the temple. Up on the surface, as you're sort of standing there, the wind is beginning to pick up, blowing these sharp, icy flakes of snow that cut through even the thick Water Tribe clothing that you're wearing. You can feel your face being buffeted by this very cold, icy Arctic wind. Next to you, you can see Koz is sort of having a bit of a look around, occasionally glancing down into the temple, looking around, keeping an eye out on things, while Yara is checking the supplies on the sled. Ted, what would you like to do?
Do I know how deep down it goes?
You know that it's definitely more than a couple of floors. When the group headed down, it looks like it's probably about a 10-meter drop from the rope down towards the top floor. But I mean, that's in from the top, and then the stairs heading down towards the lower floors. So it's hard to say. You don't really know how deep it goes at this stage from the surface. The others haven't come back up to tell you. They know, but you don't know yet.
I mean, I should probably go look after the dumb one. That's you, yes, Andrew. Yeah, I might. Yeah, you don't have them today.
Have you reclaimed the brain cell? Have you?
Yeah, it's sort of like, you know, in Minecraft when you walk past like a dead, like someone who's dead, and you pick up their XP.
Yeah.
I'm like sort of in the area, so now it goes to me because I'm just stronger than Jedd.
There's so many different analogies you could have used, but I appreciate that you used Minecraft experience to sum up that.
It's the first one I thought of, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head down. I want to check on Jedd and then make sure that Marigold's all right.
Yeah, as you get to the top, there's two different pathways you can take, Ted. The ice path, which seems to sort of slide down in a spiral around the outside of the temple, carved through the ice by Keeko. You would have seen Tilla slide down on her ass to get down that ice tunnel and disappear from view very, very quickly. It looks like it's quite fast. Otherwise, you can climb down the rope, or I guess you could just airbend, really.
Just airbend.
Just airbend into yeah. Perfect. So the floors, there's a central open area. Like basically imagine the floors almost like balconies at each level with a central shaft that's open up. So you just jump in through the window and slowly
jump down the shaft,
Yeah, you just jump down the shaft. Perfect. Ted, as you launch in through the window, you see Yara behind you go, sorry, wait, hang on. Wait. And you just disappear from view. She tries to call out, trying to get your attention about something, but it doesn't matter. It's just Yara.
Not important.
Yeah, exactly. As you drop down through the central shaft, you find the air growing warmer and warmer, Ted, until you reach the bottom of the chamber. You can see this enormous wooden seal, roughly sort of 3 meters diameter, intricate symbols carved in wood, this spiraling pattern littering the floor around it are the bodies of air nomads, dressed in much darker orange robes than what you normally see, but there are bodies here and no sign of your companions. As you have a bit of a look around the room, you can hear the sound of talking, and over towards the far side of the wall, partially obscured by some of the debris, there's a trapdoor open. Warm orange light is spilling through into this room from the trapdoor.
Do the voices sound like it's them?
Yeah, you can hear your companions talking below.
Yeah, okay.
And there's another voice you don't recognize, a much deeper voice that almost seems to have this echoey quality to it. This, very strange, hollow echo attached to it.
Okay, but like my friends don't sound like troubled.
No,
Like,
they sound like they're having a conversation. It sounds like
Yeah,
they're talking and discussing things.
Okay, I'll just like go in, I think.
Yeah.
I'll go and check out what they're
Ted,
doing.
as you climb down the ladder, you see Jedd, Lilly, Keeko, Tilla, and Keeko standing in front of this enormous glass cylinder. The wall extends below the floor to a deeper level, and inside you can see this orange glow surrounding a spiral of what almost looks like strips of fabric spiraling around this central eye, this brilliant red eye glowing with this warm red light. And you can see your companions talking, pointing to it occasionally. At the moment, they're kind of huddled around having a bit of a discussion to themselves while this enormous eye just gazes at them from inside this glass cylinder. As you step down the ladder, you watch as Keeko turns and goes, "Oh, Ted, sorry, have we been some time? What is going on? Is Ako and Yara okay?"
Yeah, they're fine. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were okay. It's been a little bit.
I love the silence of the group as they all just sort of like they just look at
That
you,
was the
Ted.
end of the sentence. I was like,
Respond.
okay.
But, wait, is Yara downstairs with us? Because I thought she was...
Yara was
Keeko. Yara and
sorry,
Ko's upstairs.
Keeko.
Keiko's with you. Yeah,
Wait, was it
Keeko came
Keeko?
down
I
the ladder
thought
with
she
you.
was upstairs.
No,
was
she
upstairs.
came down
was
with you
down.
guys. Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
Shit.
that's fine. No, it's fine. It's still good.
It's still good?
It's still good.
It's still good.
Oh, yeah, it's still good. We can
Okay.
work with that.
we can work with that.
We can work with that. Okay. Yeah.
Tilla, do you remember what you needed to say from 3 weeks ago? Or maybe Keeko?
Did the spirit tell us his name?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
He
Artori.
gave us like a bunch of names. Artori.
Yeah, Artori. The sunset spirit, the red.
Artori.
Taurus.
Yeah, the red light.
Okay.
The red light.
I'm gonna turn to Ted and say, "Hey, Ted, welcome to hell. This is Archie. He's our new friend. He's gonna grant us a favor if we let him escape. It's probably a good idea. Maybe. We don't know. But he swears that he, won't hurt us if we release him."
I mean, why would he lie? I'm an airbender.
You're an airbender.
Yep.
Your kind sealed me here, trapped me here.
Oh yeah, Andrew's not wearing orange.
Yup.
Lol.
Lol.
That makes sense.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you now.
Well, I mean, I'm part of the committee deciding to let you free or not. So
Wait.
Yes,
You're not
I got
here
a
to
kitty.
maintain my prison.
nah.
He's with us.
He's a free bird. He got out of his own prison, I think, if you could call it
Oh.
a prison. I'll shut up now.
But the will of the Air Nation has kept me here bound.
Okay, but like
I don't understand. Why would you not want what they wanted?
because I'm not all of the airbenders. I'm just one person who left the temples.
Fickle human minds change. I will not question this further. If you seek my freedom, please release me from this prison. Renegade Air Nation.
Okay.
Out of curiosity,
Would
Mr.
you
Big Squiggly Spirit Man,
Sunset
his name?
Spirits. Archie.
okay, whatever. How did you kill the guys upstairs?
It's hard to breathe when the air is hot. It's burning their lungs.
So why isn't it still hot up there? Did you like run out of heat?
You turn the heater down.
The seal prevents me using my power. Such a large explosion of force came with consequences for me. Consequences
So
I
how-
do not wish to face again.
How long did it take for you to kill them?
They died screaming, slowly, trying to bend the air. They could not breathe anymore.
Okay, but like hours, minutes.
Minutes.
Okay. So how long ago did you kill them?
This was during the time I still counted the days and nights, the rising and setting of the sun. This was 175 years after I had been imprisoned.
How many days is that?
Actually, sorry, he would have said 175 days. Sorry. That's my
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, thank
It
you.
was like a year or something.
Yeah, he's only counted three. Sorry.
When were you in prison?
175 days.
Half a year.
And
When
he
were you in
stopped
prison?
counting a long time ago.
You might
I
remember
was
when he was.
imprisoned during the time of Avatar Cold.
I don't even know that one.
It was his order that spirits be banished.
Let me just.
Can I do a history check? Would I know? What
Yeah,
that
for sure.
avatar is?
I'd say that
Wait.
probably Avatar Call.
Call.
Andrew,
K-O-L-L.
you have the book?
Call.
I have the book.
Would the book say anything about
about
previous avatars?
Avatars. You are
'Cause
correct.
It's a book about avatars. So
avatars?
maybe,
Wait,
maybe it has
hang on a
some
sec.
information in there from
Hang on a
said
sec. Did I
avatar.
have it? Because I was the one that didn't want to give it back to
Keeko
Avatar.
currently has it.
Yeah,
Do have it.
because I was the one against
Yeah.
giving it to people, so...
Do I need to change it to Avatar Cole in honor of Embers of War?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Avatar Cole. K-O-L-L. Cole.
Could I like read through that book as he's saying the name? Could I flick through so I can see the name and do
Is there like an index?
thing?
No
Is there an
index.
index?
It looks like random journal entries added at different times. Keeko, you read past the very first entry. No mention of any sunset spirits or spirits being banished. Talk about the humans leaving the lion turtle cities, which we've discussed before. You flip to the second series of entries. This one seems to be talking about problems with forming the nations, about people sort of forming these like bandit-like organizations and this huge amount of infighting between these tiny tribes of humans. And then you get to the third entry, and it talks about continuing Avatar 1's legacy, keeping the human and spirit worlds separate, and the need for a removal of uncooperative spirits, a banishment. Further on, the word cleansing is used to describe the removal of spirits from the human worlds.
Okay.
And that's what you find.
That's what I get out of that.
Yeah.
I end it on, yeah, okay. Cleansing is always a fun word to use when you're talking about anything.
Yeah, normally whenever you see that word, you know it's Crimson Flag probably undersells that a bit, but yeah.
I'm giving Jedd and Ted some mad side-eye right now.
Don't give me side-eye, I'm not an airbender.
Was Avatar 1 the person carrying on that, was that an airbender? Would I know?
It references so you get the sense that, reading through, getting ideas from this book, it does seem a lot like this is written by some of the early avatars, the very early avatars. The nations haven't really been formed properly yet. It looks like during the second avatar's reign, there was problems with like the groups sort of forming into these tiny communities that were battling each other. Like it became almost like an all-out war between a number of these small groups and villages. But interestingly, there is mention of the air nomads. In this instance, rather than being called the air nomads, they seem to be referred to as the air travelers.
Okay. And I would know, like, roughly from like the nations, this is pre-nations being formed when they were banishing all the spirits or cleansing them.
So looking back over the book, there's reference to people. Sorry, you go.
I was just going to say, like, if I'm seeing this and this is before the nations were formed, would I have a general idea, just as a citizen of the nations, when that period would have been? Like, would I be like, oh, there was like, 300 centuries ago or something like that, or like 5 centuries ago? You know what I mean? Like, would have a rough idea.
Not just off the top of your head. The problem with history keeping, especially in a lot of the locations, is that a few major players have been very specific about which history they record. The Earth Kingdom, for at least the last number of centuries, has been revising history to suit political agendas. And there's an entire department of the palace whose job it is every time there's a new Earth King or Queen to go through and rewrite any of the histories that need to be revised to benefit the current rulers' plans and strategies and to suit what their goals are. Andrew?
Because I knew when about the seal above, that was keeping him there because that's something my master taught me.
Yes.
Would I know about the origins of that seal?
Could you roll me a push your luck, please, Jedd? And Keeko, I'll get a push your luck from you as well, because the Water Tribe as well, part of the problem with the Water Tribe is a lot of their history is word of mouth. It's oral tradition that's passed on. A lot of the history is drawn or painted or carved, not necessarily recorded in words, which adds an element of variability to the,
That's reflected with what I just rolled.
That's a 2. Keeko, mate, you know one thing for sure. You reckon your granddad wasn't around for this. Probably before him. This ain't your granddad's history. No. This is you.
Safe bet.
This goes back a while.
He would have mentioned it. Would have mentioned something.
Yeah, this would have come up for sure. What are we calling your granddad, by the way? I want a quick granddad, Papa. What would you call Papa Keeko? What would he be? Pop Keeko.
Papa K.
Papa K. Yeah, I regret I asked. So
that sounds like you're doing this right out loud, but I'm sticking with it. Papa K.
I regret asking. Jedd, what did we get from you? 9, success with consequences. Jedd, you don't know exactly the origins of this seal. All that Kelsang told you when you were sort of going over this stuff with him when he was teaching you was that this is an ancient Air Nation seal that had been taught to them actually by the spirits. The spirits themselves had taught this to the ancient airbenders as a way of helping to seal away evil spirits or bad spirits or protecting an area from influence from a spirit that was causing problems. The only thing is, Jedd, you also know that when Kelsang said that, he didn't seem like he fully believed that either, though. That's what you get from that.
Okay. Interesting. Cool.
Anyone else got any questions? Otherwise,
I have a question
sorry.
for Mr. Squiggly Boy.
I think I heard Dragon too. Do you want to ask your question of Mr. Sunset Spirit, and then we'll see what Dragon was saying.
Okay. What's the favor that we get if we release you?
I can show you places, take you to locations that humans have forgotten. I can help you find things. I can
So
help
you're telling me all
find
these
items.
things. Telling me all these things that you can do, but what are you going to do?
Your choice from those things. As long as it is reasonable and within my power, I will grant whatever favor you wish. Just let me free.
So you're granting us essentially one wish.
Wish.
Another wish.
If you wish upon a fish.
I do not grant wishes. I am not the Sea Wong spirit. I will grant you one desire, one that is in my power.
Potato.
Desire though is pretty cool. You'll have to-
So
What will you do if you can't grant our desire?
We will find a compromise. Find something I can do that you want. Mortal hearts are full of desires. I am sure there is something I can get you. Something I can do for you.
Anyway, as we were talking about last time, Kyo, do you want to go upstairs and start making a way out for us? Because one of us can leave. Isn't that correct, Mr. Squiggly Worm Boy?
Wait, what?
Artori? His name is Artori.
Artori, sorry, yeah.
No, Squiggly works better.
Is this a new name mortals have for me?
Oh, it's been an hour and a half already.
It's been what?
It's been an hour.
Andrew's fully gone. Wait, sorry, I'm still doing.
Andrew's fully gone. It's not even just the camera. He's
Brandon.
fully gone.
I'm here.
Brandon's fully gone. Why did I say Andrew? I was looking at Andrew.
I just
I mean,
going
I can
well.
if you want.
No, stay.
By popular
yeah,
request.
I can show you the world. Shine, shimmering sunset.
There you go. Yeah, as sunset.
Is this
I
one?
definitely had written down that Kyu was on the seal level.
Yeah.
Okay, Key can still be above. That's fine. Key can be above. That's fine. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Happy to have that. Not a
Next
problem.
plan, then.
Next plan.
Is this one desire?
Tilla,
each, or
Tilla,
one
do you want to
desire?
go upstairs?
Yeah, I'll go upstairs. I'll try and do that.
You see, Mr. Squiggly Boy, she is a Sandbender, therefore she can fix your seal. So she's going to go upstairs and start working on that for us.
That's not the thing you were meant to say. You fucked that up. You fucked
I
that up.
don't want the seal repaired.
No, sorry, I meant break the seal.
Yeah, I'm going
I
up
meant-
there to break it.
No, sorry, I meant fix it in the way you want. Break it. She's gonna like.
She's gonna like do
You're
some
gonna
sanding.
fix your problem.
She's gonna do
Yeah.
some sanding and like get rid of the seal.
I like.
You read the notes, but you read it wrong.
Yeah, my word. But okay, that's a great question from Mr. Ted Boy. Is it one favor per person, or one for the collective?
Whoever releases me can claim the favor.
So just one.
If all of you act, I will grant you a group request. If one of you acts
just one.
first,
Just one. Your
Artori,
answer's still
if I was-
one.
Artori, I was doing a bit of light reading, and
Hey.
I sort of hold up the book I was just reading then.
Hey, Lily.
I was doing a bit of light reading, and I'm getting a
Take
good
breath.
feeling that you may not like the Air Nation, or the Air Travelers as they were called. Believe they were doing a cleansing, if I understand what was written correctly, of the
the
spirits at the
Avatar
time.
instructed many of the humans, many of the mortals to turn against those spirits who refused to leave, who didn't want to leave their home. I was born here. Why should I have to leave my home just because some human deems it so? It is not fair. It is not right.
I agree.
Not going to argue with you there. That is
That was-
definitely not right. But
Things have changed.
I wonder if you are free. I was wondering if I was to have, like, say, I don't know, one thing I would want was perhaps to not harm the nations or the air nomads or the air travelers, as they were once called. Would that be something on the table, to not perhaps heat everyone's lungs and burn them from the inside out?
You think me violent, you think me simple. I know my jailers are dead. I know
His
those who
principles
wished
of
my
freedom
imprisonment
and-
are gone. I only wish harm on those who wish to keep me contained, who wish to restrict freedom, who wish to cage the sunset itself. As long as none wish me harm, I wish none harm.
There's freedom and contained, right?
I agree with that. Okay, I'm down. That clears things up for me, Mr. Sunset Spirit. Thank you very much.
As I hold a
Good
ball
light.
for Lily.
Has Tilla gone upstairs?
Not yet. I'm still there.
Oh yeah, like,
I'm not gonna let him out. I don't want to be the one that gets stuck with that. Are you kidding me?
no, you will be fine. You'll be fine. Trust.
Trust.
Is
Am I
Tilla
trying to
allowed
steal-
to go upstairs to break the seal, Mr. Squiggly
Upstairs?
Boy?
Of course, if your intention is to break the seal, if I can trust you mortals, she's free to come and go as she wishes. You all are. I just need to know that I can trust you.
I am going to walk up close to the glass thing, and I'm going to walk past. Andrew, who are you again?
Jedd.
You're Jedd. I'm going to walk past Jedd and kind of bump into him briefly and take something out of his hand and walk up and be like, "We Prinky promise."
I do not have pinkies, but I do promise.
Okay, cool.
I
All right.
have had mortal friends before, and I will do so again. I do
Fair
not
enough.
hate your kind, only those who would wish me imprisoned.
Can we be friends?
That remains to be seen. Can I trust you, small human?
I think if we were best friends, we could trust each other.
I think we can trust each other. I trust you.
Trust is something that is earned. Release me. You will have my trust and my
Gotcha.
gratitude.
My
Gotcha.
question. What are you gonna do if all of the people that wanted to keep you contained are already dead?
He just wants freedom.
Andrew, shut up. I want him to answer.
I have no desires beyond freedom itself. I am the spirit of freedom. I just wish to have the sun shine upon my form once again. Find my old home. To live, to be uncaged and unfettered. I'm sure this world has changed from what I remember. I would see all the light touches. I would explore.
Couldn't resist. Sorry, you set it up too nicely.
How many references can he get into one
My bad.
to one character?
One character.
I'm getting strong with faster vibes, which is like
Yeah, we've had Aladdin, we've had.
Okay. Also, another question. I don't know if you'll know this. If I break the seal, will we be safe? Like, me breaking it isn't going to cause an explosion of power that's going to accidentally murder us.
Good.
No, my powers are my own. They are not unleashed upon the world without my say-so. If you break the seal, I will simply emerge. I will burn this temple, but you will have plenty of time to escape. I mean none of you any harm.
Look, man.
I'm gonna break it.
I trust him.
Yeah,
There, go and break it, Tilla.
Yeah,
that was reasonable.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
For 1,000 years I have slumbered, but no more.
No, that happens.
He goes
He's got
and burns the
cramps.
local village.
Yeah. back in Wolf Cove, as you guys break the seal, the citizens of Wolf Cove watch as an enormous mushroom cloud suddenly manifests on the horizon near the ice shelf. Yeah.
Bonga, bonga, bonga.
Out of curiosity, how thick is the glass?
It's hard to say because it's a perfect cylinder, and so and this is a trick of optics, right? It's very hard to see exactly how thick it is because of the nature of the glass curve, but it looks like it's decently thick, Lily. It's going to take a bit of hammering to get through.
I am going to go up the ladder, and I hope I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna
crack
break
at
it.
That wasn't the plan.
I know.
Plan change.
He's convinced you. He's brought you to the dark side.
Now you are
Hey!
mine.
In my defense, I don't want to be the one that gets saddled with
Welcome to
being
Team
murdered because I
Sunset.
tried.
It's wonderful to have you join us, Tilla.
Hey, Sunset's a
Welcome to
The
great-
best
grass
part is
with
that
the
you took
spirits.
off the filter to say that part.
Yeah.
How did it sound? Was it much different? Maybe I don't need it. Oh, yeah. If you wanted to hear the voice that I'm doing
it was
into
nice
the
to hear
filter.
it without the filter, to be honest.
I am the sunset spirit. That's the voice I'm using, but without the filter.
It's a pretty good fucking
Okay.
voice.
So I am.
Maybe I shouldn't be using the filters.
Release
Release me, Tilla. Free me from my cage. Come now.
I think it, man.
Yeah, fair. I'm gonna go up the ladder, and I'm gonna go to the crack that is already there.
You have started so well.
Don't fuck it up, Owen. And I'm gonna take my gourd of sand, and I'm going to pour it into the crack.
Okay. As the sand pours in, it fills the crack, leaving behind just a smooth surface.
It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
I'm gonna probably have to roll something, right?
To pour
Probably gonna take
sand
you
into a
hours.
crack? No. Not to pour sand
do
into a
what
crack.
I want with
It's
this.
gonna take you hours to do this, though. You know that, right?
Grain by grain.
What do you want to do? What's your plan? Tilla, what's your plan? What's your plan?
Well, the plan is.
You have to tell me.
Wait.
I have to know.
I know. Okay. The original plan was I try and replicate the design that's there to seal him, but I also don't want to seal him now because I don't want to be the one that's saddled with the demon.
He's not a demon, he's a spirit. There are no demons in Avatar.
He's a good boy.
He's just a cool guy.
Yeah.
Tilla, you don't know
so
what the
my-
original design looks like. You've poured the sand
that's the
in.
other thing. Okay, but because I want to let him out, what I want to do,
Okay.
and I don't know if I will be able to do this, because it's a giant thing of wood, right? I'm not gonna sand it because that's gonna take too long. Can I try and it's like I want to split it more.
Oh, for sure. So if you think about it right now, right, there's a natural split that's occurring. If you were to put a wedge
Yeah.
of sand in and push down with your earth bending, it would split open. 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Can I try that?
Yeah, man. Could I get you
Do
to
I have
roll
to
with
roll?
skills and
this is gonna be
training,
what-
please?
Okay, cool.
I thought you were going to try and like replicate the design and
Convincing was
reseal it.
required here,
I
Andrew.
was like, that's not going to.
Well, that was the original plan, but I also
Okay.
don't think that was going to work.
I'm gonna hand.
Oh,
I got a 6. It didn't work.
Here's what happens.
Wait. Can I wait?
Yeah?
If I could do something, would that help somewhat?
Yeah, that would help,
Like,
Tilla.
would she need just?
Bree, what are you
Would you
doing?
just need one more?
One more what?
I was gonna take
plus
our
one
original
would
plan
give
and do it
her-
upstairs with the seal instead.
I can give a
Oh, okay,
team
then I'm
point.
gonna do something down here.
I can give a team point to Tilla to give a +1 to her roll.
You can help her.
After I can give I can.
Oh, no, sorry,
I have
your
another
class
companion
feature. Sorry,
who
yeah,
can
yeah.
+1 to their roll after their roll. So after she rolled, I can just give +1 to it.
So I think this is kind of you like bolstering her, like from the way it kind of
Yeah.
reads as I look at it. It's kind of you being like, you can do it. I know you've got this,
Yeah.
and that helps her draw upon like a hidden reserve of strength. And
100%.
what do you say to
I
Tilla to
imagine-
encourage her?
I imagine I hear upstairs. It's just like trying to smack it down. It's not
And you
doing
just
it.
you just call up. It's
I'm
just
like-
like the well.
It's just like the wild Tilla. Give it a good thwack.
You guys do have precedent. You guys do have a team up precedent with this kind of motion for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
While you're doing that, let's change it to a 7. Lily, sounded like you were planning something. What are you thinking of doing?
So I just took a couple of flechettes off of Jedd.
Mhm.
That my intention was to shove into the glass and try to hammer the glass open using them. But given what you've said about how thick the glass is, I think instead I will say, sounds like she needs some help. Can I just go help her out a little bit? And I would like to go upstairs and insert those flechettes into a smaller section of the crack, and then using the hammer that I stole from Keeko earlier, I would like to start hammer chiseling open the seal.
Absolutely. Could you roll me with skills and training, please, Lily, as you are using tools to accomplish your task? Jedd.
The cylinder.
Yeah, man.
Is it just like straight attached to the ground and the roof?
It goes below the floor. It looks like there might be even more below this floor. Ted, what are you thinking about all this, man?
It's a good question.
He's not is the answer to that.
I thought he had the brain cells.
Yeah. I want to because he's upset with Airbenders.
You want to plead with him?
I want to not plead. What's the other one I'm thinking of? I want to
Trick.
Guide and comfort.
I want to ask for forgiveness
Yeah, man.
on behalf of the air nomads. For,
Such a good airbender.
For sure.
Good airbender.
While
But I
while
think
everyone else upstairs, you can do a guide and comfort. Talk me through. What do you say?
I want to just explain to him that however long ago he was locked by air nomads, it was so long ago. We've changed. I fucking failed anyway. We failed as we've changed.
Failed
we've
as a
changed
society.
as air nomads.
We just fucking hate
we're not-
spirits now. Like
We're not the way we are anymore. You know,
every
like,
week
we're
we
not
get
that way
together.
anymore.
Me and the boys go out. We hunt them for sport.
Lucky them.
So that's what Archie's trying to say, and then what Owen's saying is what's actually coming out by accident. Because of the bad roll.
We hang up on our walls.
As you,
It's a
I mean,
trophy of the spirit's head.
you try and get across. You try and get across this point, Ted, but
I think I'm just nervous because there's a giant tentacle-y being in front of me, and I'm kind of a little
so
distracted.
at the moment, the central eye, this massive red eye is in the center, and you can see slowly spinning around the ribbons form this almost like a spiral halo around it. Like in this form, you can kind of see where the sunset spirit came from. It almost looks like the sun low in the horizon with the red light shining from it. The ripples of these tendrils forming this, and they're not tentacles. They're actually like tendrils of to your eyes, Ted, as you've had a bit of time sort of looking around. They look like tendrils of fire and ash joined together, forming this like spiral-like pattern around it. As you try and get this point across, you really are struggling to say exactly what you want to say. You're struggling with the whole situation, and it is a bit tricky to get across what you want to say. And as the sunset spirit looks at you, meets your eye, this massive red eye.
I do not forget what has happened to me, but I am willing to overlook. Humans who did this have long since been punished.
If a force was to push down on the...
You can speak a bit louder, Andrew. It's okay, buddy.
Oh, sorry. It's me thinking, and I'm like, I don't really want to think too loudly. Would it be easier if a force pushed down on the floor or up on the floor to break it?
Doesn't matter. Either from this point. You're going to have an easier time bending down, for sure.
Okay. I will head upstairs, I guess.
You don't need to.
Head up some more.
Don't need to. Jedd and Ted, who are still downstairs with the Sunset Spirit, along with Kyu, who's sort of like looking at this massive eye, kind of a bit, I would say a bit like concerned.
We agree she was upstairs.
Oh, she's upstairs. We agree she's upstairs. She's upstairs. I'll retcon it. She's upstairs. Kyu's looking around, shit upstairs. Kyu wanders down as you guys are about to break this thing. She goes,
"Oh, we don't need to deface the temple. If you want to find out what's underneath it, I'm sure we could be gentle."
As Tilla, Lilly, and Jedd all go, BAM! Smash this thing. Downstairs, Ted and Jedd, as you watch, the view from the glass wall is stunning. As the seal above breaks, you watch as immediately the light inside the glass glows with this brilliant fiery orange. As it hits the edge of the glass, it refracts, creating this almost rainbow-like effect. The full spectrum from yellow all the way through to this deep crimson glitters across the wall behind you, lighting up your robes. In this moment, Jedd, as you look down, the greens and blues of your robes are replaced with the brilliant yellows and oranges of the Air Nation, shining on you as a result of this light emanating from within. On the surface, as Keeko, Lilly, and Tilla smash down and begin cracking through the seal, you watch as the wood snaps. As it does so, fire burns along the lines, forming these bright, glowing spots that begin eating away at the wood. As you bring down your hammer again, Lilly, you watch as more lines burn across, the flames beginning to burn through the beautiful, artistic letters, the patterns across the surface of the wood. And with the final hammer blow, as Tilla slams down the sand, there's a flash of light and heat. Tilla, you watch as the sand that you had been bending and poured into this gap immediately vaporizes into glass. In an instant, the sand crystallizes. Lilly, you watch as your two flechettes that you had put down into the wood from Jedd melt immediately, coming together. And as the heat hits you, you feel this burning wave of fire push across you, and then suddenly the flames are gone, the warmth contained, and you watch as rising up from inside, tendrils reach out and grab onto the floors above. As the spirit slowly pulls itself free, you watch as this fiery pupil in the very center widens for a moment and looks around, and you hear the spirit take this like shuddering breath.
I am free.
Welcome to the world of the freedom, squiggly boy.
So we should get moving.
It's cool now.
Taste the air. It is so sweet. I am.
Oh?
Yes.
Sorry, this has
You
been
should leave this
down
place
here.
quickly. I am anxious to burn what remains, the foundations. I will melt this through the ice and drop it in the waters below until nothing remains of this place but a scar upon the landscape, teaching mortals what it means to cage the spirits, what it means to blaspheme in this way.
Glad we looted on the way
yeah.
down.
Cool.
Daddy.
Just
Well, ahead.
Hey,
make
Ted.
sure it doesn't
moving.
break the rest of it.
Make sure it doesn't break the rest of it. The rest of the Arctic.
The rest of the ice that is
Yeah,
around
that's fair.
us.
Ted, did you have a question?
Yeah, Daddy. I just wanted to plead.
You want to plead? Okay. What do you plead?
Guilty.
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 I just want to.
Yeah, checks out.
Look, I know that you need to do this for yourself. Just keep it to like here. Please don't like go out and just hunt down like anyone else. Like I know that you've been hurt. I know that you need this, but I just want to protect everyone else as well.
Would you bear the sins of your people?
I don't know. My last character sacrificed.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
You
Look,
sacrificial person.
look,
you're not doing that.
Yeah, it's not an airbender at the moment. He can't help you at this point.
I just want you, like, if that's what it takes to protect everyone, then I will. But I don't want to.
And he doesn't have to, because all you care about is freedom, and you have that, and everyone that hurt you already is gone.
I mean what I said before. I mean you no harm. Nor your people. Those who have wronged me are long since dead. I will not exact revenge. I am not human. I am not mortal.
Okay, thank you.
Good
There
plan.
is still one, I am sure, who lives, though. One who should pay for their crimes.
Fuck, it's the Avatar.
Yep, 100%.
Who are you thinking about there? Sunset Spirit, Red Light.
The Avatar will have been reborn
Okay.
many times. And yet, I would hear them beg for my forgiveness.
I think it whole can of whoop ass.
And I may yet still grant it.
Didn't you just say you didn't want revenge because you're a spirit who doesn't have human?
I do not seek revenge, I seek justice.
All right, Batman.
Avatar's spirit is a hypocrite. All spirits but the Avatar must be banished from this world. That is wrong. That is unjust.
Lily.
Excuse me, Mr. Squiggly Boy, Mr. My new best friend. You see, Kyoshi, the new Avatar, she's kind of my friend too, and you don't kill friends of friends. It's kind of rude.
You are friends with the Avatar. Did they send you here to correct their mistake?
Yeah, they wanted us to free you so that, because, the Avatar is different every time and they're always learning and they're always growing. And that's kind of what us humans do. We're always like learning and growing and stuff. And it's been a really, really long time. There's been a lot of different incarnations. And now the Avatar knows that what they did was probably wrong. They shouldn't try to cleanse the world of spirits. Spirits are not all bad. So they sent us to free you.
That's a blatant lie. I would like you to roll trick an NPC. That is,
help with
none of that was correct. Jedd, you may help with that. You were already in the process of helping with that. You may help with that.
Trick an NPC. Creativity. That's an
Yes,
8.
please.
Come on.
8's not bad. +1 is 9 as well. That's also not bad.
Perfect success.
No.
It's not quite. Oh no, it is. 9 is a full success, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, no,
pretty
still
sure.
a success with consequences.
Yeah,
Nice
no,
try.
no,
I will
pretty
not be
sure.
gaslit, Archie. Nice try. I almost gave you the benefit of the
that
doubt.
extra point.
How dare I accuse your daughter of lying? Bree's mum, I'm going to accuse her of lying when she flat out lies. Yeah, I'm going to call her out on that.
Oh, that's a derail, Bree's mum.
Yeah. As it does, I don't think this counts yet. It's not long enough. As you call this out, Lily, you watch as The spirit hovers for a moment.
The situation before.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Situation and,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Wait,
Okay, let me see if I can get away with something here. Let me see if I can get away with something.
Dad.
Hello.
Who's your dad?
I don't know. Why am I responding to this?
One of my bad habits is cons. So I've just shifted my balance towards survival and rolled with my survival to con him into believing this and rolled a 12.
That's a 12. It's an absolute success. How do you con him? What do you say to kind of like push this narrative? Keeko, that's a 4, mate.
Said.
It's all good. All good.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I was.
Come on. Give me a bit more. Give me a 12-worthy argument. Why? Like, how can you prove the Avatar sent you? And like, what could you say to kind of sway him that the Avatar's on his side? Is there anything you know about the Avatar that could maybe help sway his mind or his judgment? I'm just handing these out to you for free now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I have like anything on me that would be like real obvious.
What do you think Kyoshi's main focus as an Avatar is? What's like Kyoshi most well known for at this stage in her history?
I don't know my Avatar history, my guy.
Okay, Kyoshi is most well known. Kyoshi's most well known for cleaning up the streets of Ba Sing Se and the Earth Kingdom of Dao Fei, these criminal organizations. Some might say seeking justice.
Ah, yes. Okay. Love that. Thank you. Thanks, Dad. So
Chat have got it. Chat are typing justice in all caps. Chat know what I'm talking about.
So as I'm like saying all that stuff, well, you see, like, she really, really cares about justice in this incarnation, for example. And the only thing that would be just would be releasing people who have been wrongfully incapacitated?
Imprisoned?
That's what I'm looking for. Wrongfully
Incarcerated?
imprisoned.
I think incarcerated was the word you're going for.
I
right?
think that's probably what I was going for. And yeah, so she sent us and we are working for her. You can tell that we're working for her because we're helping her get rid of people and helping with the justice. And I pull out the yellow scarf and I'm like, see, we killed a bunch of bandits for justice.
The air travelers wore those colors. It is the symbol
this is a
villainy
bandit.
in these lands, is it?
Just a scarf, only if it's around their neck. They're bandits. They're not nice people. If you see them, don't engage with them. They're not nice.
Humans with yellow
You can
scarves
engage with them.
are to be avoided or destroyed.
If they look
Avoid.
bad.
Avoided.
I mean,
Some random
have to
person
avoid
walking
them
down the
if
street
you're
with a nice yellow scarf. Just not.
Avoid it.
You just watch as a sunbeam just vaporizes that, like moonbeam in D&D, but it's just a sunbeam. And you look up and you see fucking Artorias, they're just looking down like, bah! Unleashes his eye beam.
Avoid it.
I'm in a very interesting position with that question.
Avoid it.
So, while my mind is on it, Mr. Squiggly Boy, do you understand human language very much?
I speak the tongue of humans, yes. We are
Like,
communicating
can you
now, are we
read-
not?
Can you read it?
I can read text, of course.
Are you good with like codes?
Codes. These are lies humans tell to hide the truth, are they not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you reckon you could free some truths for me?
Perhaps. Would this be something that you would want me to do?
What are you talking about?
This doesn't count
I
for a design.
I don't want to use it as like
Sounds
my
you
one
desire
favor.
this, though.
I do desire it, but I don't want to use it as my one desire.
What is this
But
thing you're talking about?
don't you fucking worry about it. Don't call me that either. I threw nervously at everybody. He just called me Lily too.
Lily, I will remember this name.
Anyway, I have this book, and it would probably help us know if yellow scarf people are to be avoided or to be killed. But I can't understand what it says.
No.
You think you can read it? And I just showed him a page of King's book.
Yes. I see parts of what this book obscures. This lie to obscure the truth. seems I do not recognize the descriptions which sound familiar.
You reckon you could, I grab out like a piece of charcoal. You reckon you could dictate some of this to me so I can take some notes?
I am anxious to burn this temple to the ground. I advise
Can we do
that
it
we do this once I have had my fun with this place.
Fair enough. Can you come
walking
find us
out.
later?
We'll be
outside. You'll see us.
Every sunset, I will be watching my new friends.
Oh, that's cute. Sorry, that was so out of character, but that's adorable. I love
My
that.
best friends
hor-
now.
That's horrifying.
Awesome.
We have a squiggly pet. Don't ruin
Whatever
the
you
thing.
do.
I love
No, I have 5 mortal pets.
Yay.
Potato.
That's good enough for me.
Feels like
Okay,
a fucking
we've been
Godzilla thing.
waiting.
Like, you're saying we should have Godzilla as our pet? No, I'm saying that we would be his. Fucking great.
That's adorable, though. I love
Oh my god, talk about the thing, like just the art by Foxtrot. That's perfect with Lilly.
Oh, standing in front of the burning building. Yeah,
What's
for sure.
about to happen right now?
Yeah. We had an interesting question, which is not a derail, but is very pertinent to this, which I do want to address, which is language potentially changing the world of Avatar. I think the thing with Avatar is there's only one language really that's spoken by all nations, and the problem with that is that there's no
English.
real way for the language to substantially evolve, like, and change dramatically. The reason our language has changed so much in our world is because there are so many dialects that are emerging all the time, mixing and changing as people move and change and emigrate. It adjusts the language. We invent new words in English all the time, but like the English language now really, as a result of the internet and as a result of it being such a global language, is really not going to change anywhere near as much as it used to. And I think in the world of Avatar, because everyone speaks the one language, I think it'd have subtle changes. Maybe I should have been doing thous and thys and these. So like the old version of what the language would have been, occasionally throwing some old words. But for the most part, it does look a lot like, because of that, the language can't shift as much as it does in our world. That would be my interpretation as like a linguistic way of why the language hasn't adapted too much.
There is definitely accents, like what
For
Tabs
sure.
is saying.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
think about the swamp people.
And that's regional
but the
dialects.
language itself
Yeah.
is still the same.
It would-
And
yeah,
but that's
like, there
regional
would be
dialects.
dialect.
It's still the same language though. Like that's the
Mm.
yeah, for sure.
And what would keep them all intact would be like the air nomads. Because they would be
Yeah,
separate
because they're constantly
otherwise.
traveling.
They're constantly traveling, keeping everything the same.
Yeah.
Ironically.
And Nomad who just turns up to like Earth Nation from like Fire Nation, and they just speak Cockney over there. Welsh accent. Oi, governor, how you going, mate? Yeah.
That's not Welsh. That is not Welsh.
Yeah, no, I couldn't picture a Welsh language.
What the fuck that was? Yeah, they come on over, they go, "Flamey oh, hot man," and the Earth Kingdom people are like, "The fuck? What'd you call me? I gotta fight him." Yeah. So, I'm assuming at this point you guys are making your way out of the temple.
Downtown.
Yeah. Can you
Yes,
like
definitely.
make some stairs for us in her little tunnel
Yeah.
and take us up?
So I don't have to airbend for no reason at all.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I can make ice
That was the one thing that I do every day of my life.
As
Yeah.
as you get back to the surface, you can see Yara and Ko sort of looking around, like a bit concerned as to what's going on. As you all emerge on the surface, Yara goes, "Oh, thank God you're all..." And then there's an explosion of flame behind you. You watch as this pillar of brilliant orange light shines into the sky. As it burns through the temple, you watch as particles rise up, the sheer force of this blast. And in the very center of it, you see a single eye, the tentacles wrapped around it, moving as it looks down towards you, slowly ascending up towards the sky. Above, you can see the clouds just burst aside, pushing away around this, forming this halo around it. This would be visible from a very great distance. You are pretty confident, probably even the Akoya Peninsula, this is visible. This is an astronomical event occurring right now as this blast of orange light shines into the sky. You hear the voice of the spirit call out,
I will not forget your kindness this day. When you have need of me, I will come.
Thanks, best friend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, the
So-
red light.
So we're all on the same page here. None of us are actually telling Kyoshi we did this, right? We're just that thing in the sky. We saw it while we were like several hundred kilometers
Yeah.
away.
The giant
Yeah.
Sauron, we just saw it while we
Yeah.
were passing by.
Yeah.
We didn't
We
see
did
anyone
nothing.
glass the planet. We didn't see anything like that.
You watch as Ko turns around to look at you. Ko had been leaning over, looking down into the temple to try and see where you guys were. As
How are his eyebrows?
Ko turns around,
I just
he has no eyebrows, and the whole front of his hair has been burned away. He is like sunburned across his entire face, and you can see him kind of like blink for a moment, and then like rub his eyes. He goes, "My eyes are so dry."
Don't rub him. Don't rub him.
My galley, you can waterbend.
I melt some snow and I throw it in his face. Just melt snow.
As the ice cold snow hits his face, you hear it sizzle. From underneath the ice.
It's a good look, Ko. You look good.
Do we have any seaweed
man.
that we can just wrap him up in or anything?
Looking great, you know. Just I reckon you always want to look good, bold. Like I reckon it's a good look on you, Ko.
Yaris like, is just looking at you, mouth open, goes, "What the fuck was that?"
Don't ask questions. It's
Sorry.
a thing that happened and we're living with it.
So Yara,
That's-
how do you feel about going off and finding this missing boat now?
Yeah, well, our job here is done.
We're done.
Sorry. The wind, it's sometimes hard to hear. Let me rephrase that. What the fuck was
I
that?
made a new best friend.
That's
We made a
Taurus,
Sorry.
the red.
Who the fuck was that?
Squiggly worm boy.
Legally.
The sunset spirit, a Taurus, the red light.
No, he is known by all humans everywhere now as a Mr. Squiggly Boy.
Boy.
That too. That's a new one.
She just
If you
turns
guys
towards
get
Kyo.
one- If you guys get Mr. Library, I get Mr.
We
Squiggly
get
Boy.
Mr. Squiggly boy gets
Library alone.
What do I
It's on
get?
fetch. It's
I just
gonna
get
be a
fucked
thing.
over.
You get fucked.
Kyo just
You
looks.
get Yara.
Yara turns to Kyo and goes like, "Kyo? I came downstairs and they were punching a wooden block, and then that thing came out, and then they begged it not to kill all the air nomads, and then it blew up the temple. I have questions as well.
Sounds about right.
What?
That's pretty much it.
How about over like a hot drink and some food?
I require no hot drink. More snow, please, Keeko. I am in great pain."
I think we should
Another
probably,
big wave of snow.
we should probably leave before the people who were chasing us before notice.
Oh,
that
no,
we
just
just
anyone.
were. Yeah,
Not just
anyone.
anyone in
We don't
general.
want to be here. We should
You-
head.
That beacon
talk
that
about it
we
on the
just set
slide.
off.
Okay, we'll tell you more later. Can we just skedaddle, please?
Yes,
agree.
I think that is a wise idea. We should make our way to the coastline. Pirate hunting. We're pirate hunting.
Yes.
You owe all of us an explanation for whatever that was. By the way, I'm not just letting this drop. We are getting out of here, but you will explain exactly what you just did and why.
Okay.
It was easy. was it?
Later.
Okay, onto the sled. Now, all of us. Go, 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 go. As you...
Mush.
Mush indeed. As you all load up, get on board, the sled dog's taking off. You can see the sled dogs are looking pretty excited by this sudden blast of sunlight. Now, in terms of
There.
daytime, it's just after midday, isn't it? Sick.
What is it? We don't know anymore.
That
Yeah, it's
would
just
be
after-
that sunset, wouldn't it?
Not yet. As you continue across the snow and ice, I am happy you don't have to roleplay, but I want to know how much you're telling Kyo, Yara, and Koz.
I'm happy to share that we had to let him out so we could all live. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a lie? Is that the truth though?
Yeah, he said he was going to.
That is the truth. He did say he would murder us otherwise.
Yeah.
But then we
was
learned that
very
like
meta.
if he did try to
How
kill
would
us,
he have murdered us?
No,
He
no,
would've-
you just. No,
he would have
you don't have to
exerted
worry
too
about
much
that part.
energy and hurt himself again.
No, you
Yeah,
would have
he
had.
doesn't want to do
No,
that.
that part doesn't happen. That didn't exist.
Okay,
we
yeah.
would have all died if we didn't let him out.
Oh yeah, because she was upstairs when that happened. Yes, my bad.
Exactly. See.
Timelines.
No, we're not
Yeah.
doing time travel again. I've learnt my lesson. I have to keep track of way too many things with time travel.
He enacted justice.
Justice.
I guess that's good enough for me if justice was served.
New friends were made.
You
Yeah.
were me.
It's
He's a
the
cool
friends we
friend.
made along the way.
Apparently, we can call upon him whenever the sun is setting, I think, or any time.
It's
Probably
when we
sun
need him.
Need him? Okay,
Yeah.
need him,
He's
but not
watch-
just when it's sun setting.
He watches us when the
Yeah.
sun's setting.
He'll be watching for us when the sun is setting,
Yes.
but if we need him, we can call on him.
He knows when we've been bad or good.
God damn it!
He knows when we are sleeping.
For goodness sake. He is orange, and he is red, and
He's quite
he's
jolly.
like Santa.
For goodness sakes.
So just coming back to the Christmas special then?
Yes.
We'll have to leave him some cookies out.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'd say he was imprisoned, and that's why he did not like that temple, because he wanted to be let out. So,
But the air nomads, they trapped him in here? Why? Why would they trap a spirit? That seems counter to what I know of the air nomads. Jedd? Ted?
Well, this
I-
was a long time ago. So,
very long time ago.
Far,
Like 60
far away.
avatars ago.
Ah.
Before the nations.
Oh, right. So the air nation has changed in its goals and its...
Yeah, they're no longer pompous jerk.
Yeah.
Present company
I was-
included.
They were, the nations are kind of going through a
Respect
spirit
on my name.
cleansing phase back then, it appears. So, people weren't nice to spirits back then, in my understanding.
That is very concerning. This spirit, you said it is the sunset spirit. The little I know of spirits is that they're often connected to natural phenomena, things like that. So obviously in the water tribe we have the ocean and moon spirits up at the North Pole. This spirit is the spirit of sunset?
Yeah.
And it said it's...
pretty.
Right. And it said its main domain is freedom. I mean, that the ocean spirit is the spirit of change, the moon spirit is the spirit of push and pull. Together they form change and the tides. And this spirit, what does that look like? The freedom? Do we know what the
You ever seen
consequences?
Braveheart?
Ah, okay. Do we know what the consequences of this are, though? Spirits can have an effect on people and the world itself, the physical world, especially when they are here. And this one looked very much here. Like here.
Yeah, he was born here.
He's vibing.
Probably not much,
He's
I'd
always
say.
been here.
We're all pretty free anyway. We probably do have more freedom, I'd say, especially the war tribe. Freedom's always good, so I'm sure it's going to be good to have a force around.
Yes, I must say, yeah, freedom is one of the tenets of the Southern Water Tribe particularly. Maybe not the Northern Water Tribe so much, but the Southern Water Tribe, absolutely. Maybe this is a spirit that may provide us with guidance in the South.
We made friends with him in our water tribe, so I think we're going to be A-okay.
And it's...
What's the worst that could happen?
When you say it like that,
That is very fair. Hopefully the consequences of this are balanced more in the favor of good than they are.
So the spirit of constraint would be the other one, right?
Indeed.
Would that be the spirit of the sunrise?
Probably.
Or would it be like not the opposite that way? Like it's just whatever that. Keep an ear out.
I
I'm
will
gonna
free
be
that one.
putting-
I will keep an ear out, of course, and obviously, if there's anything you hear or you think is pertinent for me to know, please let me know.
Because if we can free, if that one's locked up, we should probably free it so there is balance.
Well, that's a good question. Are there other spirits for like noon and for the sunrise? And are they here? Are they in this world like the sunset spirit is? Maybe they did not stay.
We should have asked him.
You said that he stayed?
Questions?
Yeah.
Another spirit campaign.
Archie.
Your question?
What?
Didn't you say question? Who said question? I thought that was you.
No.
He said, like, we should have asked more questions.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he said, he did say questions, but he was not like asking a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't see you raising your hand. So I don't know what you. I don't know what you're trying to do.
I
Man.
haven't raised my hand. Actually, that's a lie. I have raised it like twice. And then
You could have lied to us, dude.
it took me like 30 seconds to realize.
You could have lied about that bit too. You could
That's
have lied
it.
Free to not give us this information.
It's a decent block of time, mate. 30
It
seconds.
is. It is.
Your journey for the next hour or so, the next 2 hours. Let me know if there's anything you're doing, but otherwise, for the next sort of 1 hour, 2. Yes, Bree.
Now that I know kind of a bit of guidance about what's in the coded book, I would like to be trying to figure it out.
Could I get you to please roll with push your luck?
Yeah.
Could I
Jedd.
assist?
Jack to assist. You get a +1 to this, Lilly. Keeko, you taking
+1 is
care
a
of codes? It's a 5. It's
I know nothing.
Mate,
I'll
numbers
hang
are
it.
fucking hard. Lilly, numbers are hard. This book's just numbers. Ugh.
Numbers and letters are too hard.
Numbers are lame.
To be fair, I'm a child who never got an education, so that kind of makes sense.
I
learned on the streets.
Just teaching you what things are, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh wait.
So Keeko,
How
are you
many
Your
coins did you
washing
steal?
machine can't
I've got
read
this many.
numbers.
Keeko, are you taking care of
What do I
codes?
take? Yeah, I'll chill at Co's place. Co's place is cool. It's got food. Is it the pub? Or the tavern,
So you
or
guys are
like-
currently traveling across the sea ice toward the edge of the ice shelf. I was more saying,
I
are
thought
you
it sounded
taking
like-
care of Co's with his terrible sunburn and burnt back hair and eyebrows?
Ah, I thought you said like everyone's like found a place to stay or something like that.
No,
Like,
you
I'm
guys
staying
are out in the
at
middle of
Co's
the
place.
Arctic.
No, yeah.
Antarctic.
No,
Sorry.
I'll be doing my best as a male waterbender to help his face somewhat with cool ice.
Sunburn isn't that uncommon in the southern water tribe or in the northern water tribe because ice and snow is a great reflector of light, and so you actually can get sunburnt even in the middle of winter. If the sun's shining bright overhead and you're walking over snow, you can get terribly sunburned. Keeko, you've had experience with this. You can also get terribly sunburned out on the ocean as well with the light reflecting off the water, so you kind of know how to deal with sunburn. Could I get you to please roll with skills and training to see how well you take care of Co's sunburn?
See if I can roll like
Natural
a
2.
success today.
Natural
See if I can
2.
do that.
No, I've got all the
Natural 2.
natural lows. It's okay.
All right.
I'm ready for that natural 2. I can feel it coming. I don't know about you guys, but I can definitely feel it
Here we
coming.
go.
Feel it in my-
Feeling a 20.
That's not possible.
No, it's coming.
Natural 12. Natural 12.
Yeah, it's coming.
Is that a 3? That's a 3. That's a miss. It's almost a natural 2.
I just want to let that suspension hit.
Yeah, I mean, Keeko.
Just got a snowball in the face.
I heard this special recipe for helping cure sunburn. It's like when you've been drunk, you need hair of the dog. We need to just give you more sun. It's the only way to cure your sunburn. More sun.
Reflecting.
Yeah.
Sure.
You need oil. We need kelp oil and more sun. We need to get rid of the burnt skin and replace it with fresh new skin.
Got any like whale blubber or something?
Whoa, that is foul. Yeah, you pull out a stack of whale blubber and just start rubbing it on his face. Yeah, Ko's is like, I don't think this is how we should do this, Keeko. You're just like, shh, my sweet summer child, let me heal you. Shh.
You rub more cooking oil on your face. Here we go.
Why are you putting bacon on my forehead? It's just getting it ready for later. I need a snack. It's hungry work.
Like when Nan would say, put butter on a burn. It's like, no. Everyone in chat, do not put butter on burns.
Makes it smell nice.
Makes it taste better.
Also a wonderful breeding ground for any bacteria that can get past your skin barrier. Just providing
I
with
don't
butters
think
like...
butter has any bacteria in it. Pretty
Okay,
sure it's
we're not touching that with a... I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. We're not touching that. Actually, no. I am touching that, and I don't care if I derail us for this. Archie.
But what if it's salted butter? What if it's
Archie,
wholly salted?
Archie,
like, surely
mate,
nothing could live on that.
I'm gonna reveal something that's gonna change your entire worldview. Did you know that there are more cells on and in your body that are bacteria bacteria than there are your cells. In fact, you are so outnumbered. Your cells are so outnumbered by bacteria and other cells that you are, by mass, more bacteria than you are human.
Cool.
Sit with
You're
that.
being
You're a
so
fucking mothership, mate. That's seriously. Like you are outnumbered. There are more bacteria cells on your skin, in your body, than there are your cells. So, I mean,
So then what's the problem with putting butter on my forehead then?
there's fucking bacteria everywhere. We're moving. Moving on.
So who started that derail?
That was me. I even embraced the fact that I was going to be doing that derail. It's on me. Anyone who voted for me.
But I feel like it's
I'm with Shrew.
Archie.
It was Archie.
Because he brought up putting it on again.
He baited you. He
baited it.
Who started the conversation of telling Ko that you were just going to start stripping skin off and putting butter, and that's kind of what started it?
Keeko it was Brandon who shared that his gran used to tell him to put butter on burns. Does that mean it's a Brandon derail?
Then.
It's a Brandon derail.
Yep.
Everyone's blaming
I'll
Archie,
take that.
but it does look like a Brandon.
Everyone.
I always get blamed. It's fine.
If this
It's
is your
easy
first
for
impression of the Lost Archives, if you've just joined us in this moment, you're probably quite confused, and I don't blame you. I've just
This is how it normally goes.
This is normally how it goes. We're getting back into the story right now.
I just won a bunch of channel points.
Brandon, did you vote on yourself?
He did.
Yes, I did. I knew. I told you at the start this would happen, and this is why you're not allowed to put in.
I feel like
I've bet on your own horse.
Feel like I've just been played.
I feel like thinking back on this entire episode, he's been throwing in little tidbits quite frequently, waiting for someone to catch on and go with it.
If you deal this kind of bullshit again, Keeko, I will burn the flesh from your bones, leave nothing but ash and destruction in my wake as I destroy you utterly. The very thought of you will be burned from people's minds, leaving nothing behind.
Daddy, chill.
Good point. But I'll do anything for channel points. Burn me, Daddy.
So,
and then cover it in butter.
Really uncomfortable. Is there anything else you guys will be doing during this 1 to 2 hours journey across the sea ice?
I'm staring at.
Yep. Tilla's on the Tilla.
What's the time at the moment?
It's heading into early afternoon.
Nearly 9 o'clock.
I'm going to look at the sun.
You look at the sun?
Directly at it?
Yeah.
I want to wait for sunset.
There's no clouds.
It's like 2 o'clock, mate. It's not nearly sunset.
Depends if it's winter or summer.
It's still not nearly sunset.
So it's actually, to be honest, it's not winter, and you're in the South Pole. Sunset's not till like 10 p.m. at night, mate.
Never gonna set.
I probably do something else.
Better keep looking.
What would you like to do?
I'll just chill.
Okay.
I'll just meditate a bit. Think about the what the Airbender's done and how shit they were.
Yeah, what does that have any effect on you, Ted? Because obviously Jedd's a disgraced Airbender, has been kicked out and banished from the temples. You're still welcome in the Air Nomad temples. You're kind of there to keep an eye on Jedd. How does this change your perception of the Air?
I'm gonna have a long, hard chat with someone when I get back. That's for sure.
You're gonna go to the manager, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna Karen up this air temple.
Karen.
Karen.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right, we'll keep that in mind next time you're in an air temple.
Where's my bison?
Yeah, exactly right. As the journey continues on, Ko's sunburn is getting worse and worse as Keeko fails to take any level of care of this. In fact, Keiko's piling so much ice on, it's actually burning underneath because of the cold. Ko's having a really rough time. Tilla, you're focusing on steering. Kiyu's with you, keeping an eye on the direction, making sure that you're keeping good time and keeping good direction. Jedd and Lilly, the two of you are kind of poring over the maps, trying to make sense of the area and trying to sort of figure out the code in this code book that you are kind of struggling to decipher quite consistently at this stage. And at the front of the boat, you can see, or the front of the raft, I should say, you can see Ted sort of sitting, meditating for a moment. By the time you reach the outer edge of the ice sheet, you begin to see the ocean on the horizon. You've been traveling for almost 3 hours as Kyu brings the sled to a stop and begins unhitching the sled dogs. You can see that at this part of the Southern Water Tribe, it's not a sheer cliff face just dropping off down into the ocean. In fact, there's a gentle decline that drops off into the sea of ice that stretches out before you. This section, interestingly enough, isn't riddled with large icebergs. In fact, the water is surprisingly clear around this section of the Antarctic coastline. In fact, there's only 1 or 2 quite large bergs floating out in the bay. Around the edge of the coastline, there's sort of cracked sea ice forming almost like these scales, but for the rest of the place, it looks actually quite clear. You can even see the remains of a camp set up along this bay. And as Kyu unhitches the sled dogs and slaps them on the butt to send them back, you watch as the 2 polar bear dogs take off, running back across the ice, probably back towards Wolf Cove. She unhitches the sled from the tracks, detaching the boat and the raft section from these lower tracks, and begins getting ready to push it over towards the edge of this slight decline down into the water. Keeko, Kos, I could use your muscles, please, if you could help me push this. We need to get the boat into the water. My face is pretty sore. Q, I wouldn't mind if we took a break.
I can take this.
Yara sort of nods a bit and goes, yeah, Q, do we really want to be sailing through the dangerous waters at night? I mean, it's probably not the best idea if we go just rushing out into the sea of ice at night time when we can't necessarily see what's below the water. I mean, I know it's a bit early to break for camp, but is this not a good place to stop for a camp right now? What's the hurry?
Dark vision.
You don't have dark vision. That's not true.
Oh, okay.
It's not,
Damn.
it's not true.
Ah.
You can see Kyu sort of like pause and goes, but every day that we wait, these pirates get further and further away. The trail might go cold. We might not be able to find them. What do you guys think? Should we break for the night? Should we stop here, or do we want to try and make our way forwards?
How dangerous is it at night?
Yeah, what's this danger about the water business?
That
Well,
looks pretty clear.
It can be hard to see. Around this area, this is one of the launching points. This bay here is a perfect spot to launch because it is normally clear of ice. The currents keep the icebergs out of the bay. But as we head back out into the open water again, unless we are traveling due north, which I don't think we are, it sounds like we are sort of curving up towards the northwest of here, we are going to encounter sea ice, and there can be some large, sharp sections, icebergs that could cause damage to the raft if we were going fast enough.
But would I know from my time of Fifth Nation piracy, would I know of any ways like around the ice around night or anything like that, or is it just the sort of flat rule, unless you have a big ship or some shit like that? Like, best not to. Like, go out at night.
Spotter, yeah. Even the big ships, it's dangerous. Normally 2 waterbenders would be at the front of a big ship, helping to waterbend any of the ice away. Yeah, I mean, icebergs are a big problem for wooden ships.
Yep.
Waterbenders, you always, whenever you're sailing, whenever you're actively moving and you're not anchored, often anchored to an iceberg, even anchored to an iceberg, if there's any current or any strong waves that are coming through, it can be really dangerous. Waterbenders on deck at all times.
Yeah. Gotcha. You're gonna agree then from that point, like, yeah, no, I think it's for the best that we, hunker down for the night. Take care. We don't want to get sideswiped by an iceberg on the way out.
Okay, so if we just want to hunker down, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to join me in investigating this camp over here?
Okay.
Sure.
I'll do it.
Okay, so that's everyone.
Is
Everyone
the
but
sun
Keeko.
setting?
Not yet. I'll get to that, don't
Okay.
worry. I know you're all itching to see what's happened to the sun. We'll get there, I promise.
Just an eye.
I want to see our friend.
Yeah, you watch as an enormous eye just like manifests over the sun as it slowly sinks down.
Every night's now like Legends of Zelda with Blood Moon. It's just
The blood moon rises across the lands once again.
Yeah, every night.
what happened to the moon spirit? It's dead.
I am free. As Jedd, Ted, Lilly, and Tilla head over to investigate the campsite, Koz, Keeko, Yara, and Kyu begin unpacking the sled and bringing the supplies down towards the campsite. Jedd, Ted, Lilly, Tilla. as you get to the campsite, could I get you to please assess situation?
Sure, Danny.
Yes, father.
Woo! My first good roll of the day.
I almost responded to
I got
that.
a miss.
6.
6.
Luba.
Lily.
Don't know nothing. Don't see nothing. Nothing's
Lily
going
and
on
Tilla.
here.
It's just some old tents and a fire pit. Boo. Boo, hiss, boo. Ted, that is a 7. Jedd, has yours
Yeah.
come through yet? I
Winner.
can't see it yet.
Jedd is a 7 as well.
Jedd is a 7 as well. Jedd and Ted. As you begin looking through the campsite, you can see that this has been used probably in the last couple of days. The fire pit that's been arranged, you can actually see large stones have been placed underneath, and as well as around. It's actually an enormous stone slab that's been sunk into the ice a bit, and then stone, that's what I'm looking for here, large rocks have been placed around it to form the edge of the fire pit, and you can see that wood's been stacked up to create a fire. It's partially burned down probably a couple of days ago, judging by the state of the campfire. The tents as well, they look like they're very, very old structures. They've probably been here for a very, very long time. In fact, you can see gouges and scratches on the ice where people have set up their own tents. These don't look like they've actually been used for anything other than storage, to be honest. As you look inside, you can see snow on the ground inside the tents, marking out these kind of like square places where it looks like maybe boxes and things are being stored. Lily.
So I forgot, but even though I did assess the situation and
You still
I
get to ask
failed,
a question,
I can ask one of these 3 questions.
Yeah.
What here is most valuable or interesting to me?
I guess the fabric of the tent could is the most valuable thing here. The most interesting thing
That's
though.
boring.
I know, sorry mate. I don't know what to tell you. If you walk into a beige room and go, what's the most interesting thing here? The answer is going to be the beige paint. I don't know what to tell you. I have to describe what's
Where's
there.
my piles of gold, man?
Not here. Elsewhere. In the pile of gold vault. As you look inside, Lily, you do spy something potentially a little bit interesting. Where items are being stacked up and stored inside this tent, there's this strange sort of dark black stain on the ground near the very back of the tent. You miss it at first. But as you sort of have a bit of a look, Jedd and Ted pointing out the rectangular markings in the snow inside the tent, and you have a bit of a look, you can see this this dark inky stain on the ground in the snow, partially frozen, and also some of it marking the fabric of the tent.
Huh. Hey guys, we were looking for ink, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Found it.
But there's nothing. There's just like a blotch. That's not the. We're looking for the crates of ink.
But wait, wouldn't
Time
that
to
be
go
the
back
most
to
valuable
Kyoshi.
thing in the room to have right now?
Hey, we found this ice that has some little bit of ink on it.
What was that, Brendan?
It would be the most valuable thing because
I was just being I'm actually a little nerd. I'm just wouldn't that be the most important thing to her right there and then?
Most
the ink
valuable.
ground, so
pricey.
Is it in? Not I'll just sort of touch it to see if it is inky.
How are you
Oh,
gonna know?
yeah. It's this
Taste it.
oily black substance that stains your fingers
yeah,
as you
yeah.
touch it, and as you try and wipe it
that's
off,
fine.
Jedd, I've got some bad news for you, buddy. This shit ain't coming
Oh,
off
no.
easy. As you
Yeah,
look at your
that
finger
doesn't
and
come off
thumb,
easy, it's fine.
you've got
That's
this
fine.
charcoal black stain on your forefinger and thumb.
That's okay. I'm not using it for anything. It's better to
feel
find
like-
out.
I feel like I can do something with that. I would like to scoop up the snow that's been stained black and put it just in a little pouch.
Like a
Vial,
leather
put it in a
pouch.
vial.
So
In a vial.
I don't think I
Vial.
have anything that's waterproof.
You don't have a vial? Wait, do I have vials? Ooh,
you guys have vials?
I'm checking.
Do I have right?
I have an empty gourd.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, true.
I have an empty gourd.
I have a washing machine I can put it in. Can I store it in my washing machine for now?
I guess.
Nothing in it. There's no
No
sand. I
one
don't have
uses the
sand.
washing machine.
Yeah, you
Why
can
do you have a washing
definitely.
machine.
She made it out
I
of wood.
made it.
Remember, the hand crank washing machine to help convince Yara to come
No
with you
memory
guys.
of this.
It's
Was there
just a bucket with a bucket.
Was there
It's just a bucket
anything-
within a bucket. Yeah.
Was there anything in like the air nomad's backpack that would be able to contain it?
Yeah.
Not really.
I literally have a gourd.
Yeah, but like that, the ankles then just like stick to the walls of the gourd.
Lily, you drop the handful of snow with ink on it, partially frozen ink, into the washing machine.
It'll do for now.
Now that it's too late to take it out, you do realize that when this snow melts and the ink gets into the wood, you can never use this washing machine again without staining everything with the ink.
Yeah,
We're gonna go
anything else that can hold it. So this is no longer a washing machine. So people aren't allowed to use it anymore. It is now something that I'm going to figure out how I can use it later.
Okay, can I put my clothes in?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
No.
Can we tie?
Away.
Can we tie dye our clothes black?
It's mine.
You definitely can. Obviously, you can do that. I can't stop you, unfortunately.
I can. It's my damn washing machine.
Lily,
You gotta sleep sometime.
Lily, yeah, mate, you're like 9 years old. If they want this washing machine, they're gonna get it. Like,
they're gonna have to go through me.
And all my bombs.
that doesn't sound.
You're gonna wake up one night to the sound of washing. You're like, no.
Just as the hand crank is turned.
Given all that you people know about me, who is genuinely gonna fucking try me for this?
Nope.
I would.
I'm good. I'm good.
Terrified.
I'm just
Archie?
wearing a nice black outfit tomorrow.
The next morning you wake up with a bomb in your mouth.
You're like, oh. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You watch as Ko's, Keeko, Yara, and Kyu come down, join you. Kyu sort of looking in, going, "Oh, that's interesting. Did not realize this campsite was still being used by people as so recently. We'll put the supplies that we need inside the tents, and we'll make camp here for the night. Make sure you open up your tents. Any furs that you need, get them all off the sleds. I'm going to push the boat down into the water, and we'll anchor it on the edge of the ice. No, maybe we'll keep it out of the water just in case of any problems. We'll keep it up where it is. I think we'll keep the boat where it is for now. Jedd, Ted, could you give me a hand with these supplies?
Yep.
Tilla, could you give a hand pitching this tent? I think Yara's going to pitch a rather large tent for us all to share. And Keeko and Koz, I need you to unload these heavy supplies. Lilly, you're quite ingenious. Would you have some idea for how to set up some sort of cooking pot contraption around this fire that we could prepare our meals?
Do we have anything that I can use?
I have a
for
pot,
cooking?
and I have a ladle here, and I have some brackets. If you could fashion some sort of crossbeam to keep it in place.
Yeah. Absolutely. Give it here, lady.
Absolutely. Here, please. Hands over the stuff. Invent the rice cooker. Love it. Unless there's anything you guys do, sunset approaches. Yes, Ted.
I rolled a dice.
Okay, what for? Passion. Why are you rolling with
just for
passion?
It's a push your luck.
Okay.
How to assassinate.
What were you
Just
pushing
for-
your luck for?
Getting that washing machine.
Oh, okay. So while Lily's mucking around with the campfire, you want to try and come in and kind of like snake the washing machine. Lily, could you
Well,
roll
I
and
just
assess the
think-
situation, please?
Like getting attacked.
Absolutely.
Getting attacked by the sunset spirit for being an airbender, I was just kind of a bit scared.
I rolled a 10.
Lily, you watch as Ted sort of like looks around, steps forward and goes, "Lily, look at that!" and points up at the cliff, and then grabs your washing machine as you turn around.
Can I, with my new weapon that we fashioned a couple of weeks ago that we haven't used yet, palm him in the face and release stinging spores all over his face out of my glove pack?
This does seem a bit like an escalation. Can we agree?
It is an escalation because he's stealing my stuff.
Ted,
It's warranted.
as Lily turns towards you and flings a little pouch into your face, you immediately find this awful stinging sensation just exploding across your skin, down into your robes, into the nape of your neck. It is intense, burning, stinging, like 1,000 stinging nettles just rubbed across your face.
I wonder why.
Great, thanks. I'll probably drop to the floor and shove my face in the snow.
Yeah, you drop to the ground, begin like rubbing your face in the snow and ice. It's cold, and the stinging isn't really getting that much better. It's as Yara sort of sees you doing this, she's like, "Are you okay, Ted? What's going on?"
I'll just take my head out of the snow.
Scream into the snow.
What's going on? Are you okay? Well, what's up? What's wrong?
It's stinging everywhere.
Okay. I've got you. You watch as she reaches down, water bends up a section of the ice into water, and then smashes it into your face, running across, trying to wash off whatever this is. It helps. Ted, a moment later, the stinging begins to abate. You're now freezing cold and dripping wet as Yara nods at you, smiles, and goes, "Better?"
Yep. I'll airbend the water away.
Yeah. As you do so, this blast of water sprays across the campsite. Your fire, Lilly, that you've been working on, you hear this tss, as the tiny water droplets hit the fire, but doesn't put the fire out. Not enough to.
Good.
Your washing machine is
Regret
safe
that.
for now.
That would have been a bigger escalation.
Or you want to
I
put
would
the
like to
fire
point
out.
out that
Yeah, I'll put it
Pelikia said in real life, if someone tries to rob you, pepper spray is justified. Therefore, in game, this is justified too. Just saying.
Just
Then
because
your
people
mum said you would do exactly what you did just now. Reminds me never to steal anything from you ever.
Yeah, I'm concerned. I feel like this is the sort of stuff that comes up in court 3 years later. I'm going to be called to the stand to testify. Be like, did Bree ever display any signs of like disproportionate aggression? And I'd be like,
Yeah.
define
No.
disproportionate.
It's like
Stealing is not a good
call,
thing.
Mr. Owen.
It
Do
was
you recognise
unfortunate.
these Twitch chat logs?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And when you asked her how many crimes had her child character committed, and she said she'd burned down an orphanage, what did you say to that? Yeah, I was a bit concerned. Yeah. How many people did you say you'd killed, Lilly? It was like 30, wasn't it? You decided we had to talk about that
We had to turn down.
to really
In
just
real life, the numbers.
pedal that bicycle backwards.
Did you at any point talk about therapy? No. We just went along with it.
No, it has been recommended several times to me by Owen. Hilarious.
I've definitely benefited from the therapy to discuss just the trauma I've had to go through hearing this sort of stuff.
Well, I've hated therapy. This is therapy.
Therapy.
That's it. As the sun begins to set below the horizon.
Sunset.
That is where we're going to end. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I will jump through this screen.
I'm
Well,
kidding.
you'll be there in a couple days.
As the sun begins to lower in the sky, the world takes on this orange-red hue. The light turning this brilliant red, almost as red as Brandon's ambient room camera, the temperature tint that he's got on right now. Light. You find that the colors, oranges, reds, and yellows, are heightened, becoming this blazing, almost like reacting to the light itself, glowing almost from within. Whereas the blues, the greens, almost become muted, fading into this grey tone. And as you watch, the shadows that begin to cast across the ground before you as the sun begins to set, you watch as they begin to warp for a moment, almost like heat waves emanating from the ground. And then they begin to take on these spiral-like patterns. You watch as your shadows begin to twist and spiral into one another, moving into this strange rotating pattern. Tendrils moving out behind. And as you look towards the sun, as the light grows bright, you see it reflected on the water and snow. And then pulling itself free of the light. You watch as the reflection of the sun begins to rise up, reflected in the water and then pulling itself into reality, emerging above in that same form that you had seen before, but this time partially transparent, rippling as the water underneath that it's reflecting off of distorts its form.
My friends. Freedom has been granted to me, and I am grateful for your compassion to the spirits of this world. Have you thought upon how I might repay your kindness? How I might pay the debt I owe you?
Hey, best friend! I think we're gonna have to think on it a little bit more. Can you come see us tomorrow night?
Of course.
How about we let you know when we're ready? Because it might take a little bit.
Nothing can go wrong with an impromptu wish.
That's why we need to discuss it as a fucking team, Andrew.
I don't want anything. I'm good.
When you have need of me, stare towards the sun at sunset. Find a place of reflection where the sun's light shines back. Place your hands on that reflection, whether it be water or metal or glass. And I will come, and I will be there to fulfill my promise to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Promise.
Enjoy your freedom.
It's at that moment, as the sunset spirit begins to sink back down, you watch as the center of its form suddenly splits, an icicle flying through from behind, slamming into the wall next to you. As the sunset spirit is almost split in half by this icicle from behind, you watch as a wall of water slams up and crashes into the center of it before dropping down again. But it's just a reflection. You watch as the spirit just disappears underneath the force, as speeding towards you from across the ocean. You see a woman.
Kyoshi.
Black hair streaming out behind her. A wave high above, propelling her forwards at a tremendous speed. Dressed in green robes, warrior's robes, long green pants, a jacket streaming out behind her. She looks fairly young. Maybe early 20s, mid to early 20s. And as the figure...
Face?
What was that, sorry? How
red is her face?
Not that red. not like Ko's. As Avatar Kyoshi propels towards the spirit, you watch as she effortlessly, the momentum propelling her forwards as she transitions from speeding across the water to running on the ice. She stops in front of you, barely out of breath, as she looks around. Where is that spirit? That light? What is going on here? And that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Kyoshi.
FYI, you're cool with this.
FYI, you're cool with this.
This was all your idea, by the way.
We gave you no choice. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I could not resist ending on the reveal of Kyoshi arriving. For that, it's too good a moment not to take advantage of it. Thank you so much, everybody. It has been wonderful playing Avatar Legends once again and jumping back into our Legacy of Kyoshi campaign. From all of us here tonight, thank you so much. We are done for this evening. Stay safe, stay well. And for those of you watching on Twitch, don't go anywhere. We are going to go and raid another lovely channel. While I'm pulling that open, for those of you listening on the podcast or watching on YouTube, remember to go and hit that thumbs up button, to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. Otherwise, I don't know if Avatar Kyoshi is going to be able to hold herself back. I think if we want them to survive this encounter with the Avatar, they're going to need good rolls. And the only way to refill the good rolls, as we've seen tonight, is to get those likes and subscribes. Only way. Let's go and raid. Let's roll for dragons. I think that'll be fun. I'm just trying to see if there's any of our other lovely friends that we normally. Oh, Critinimus. We should go raid Critinimus. We will go raid Critinimus. I was going to say we normally raid Critinimus on a Thursday night. Let's go raid them. For everybody else, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again very, very soon. But until then, goodbye. goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye.